Since Baldur's Gate is again a thing, I think the time has come to do something that was overdue. It's been on my bucket list for long, but it's one of those things that I keep postponing because I want to do something special, and at the end, screw it. I just want to do what I like, so here it goes. Today we're going to talk about it. In the late 1990s, the game world was on the border of a revolution. The role-playing game genre was evolving rapidly, and Baldur's Gate, released in 1998, emerged as a towering pillar of the genre. Developed by BioWare and published by Black Isle Studios, this isometric RPG would go on to become a timeless classic and a touchstone for future RPGs. In this retrospective, we'll explore the historical significance, gameplay mechanics, storytelling, impact, and the enduring legacy of Baldur's Gate, a game that transcends time. Looking at the box, we have this very brown cover with a guy, the main villain, right at the front, because, well, they still went with this imitating a book style of box. Looking at the back, we have some jibber-jabber in French, because this is the French big box of the game, but, well, we have some screenshots and the environmental audio by Creative. Looking inside the box, we have a reference card with shortcuts and some explanations of the game. We also have a Baldur's Gate pamphlet, because it is a pamphlet. We also have a info zone pamphlet for more games, a substantial black and white manual covering all the aspects of the game itself, which again is in French, but whatever. We have L'Internet, oh yes, we have L'Internet in one CD, the whole Internet just in one disc, which is awesome, and then we have a booklet kind of thing with not one, not two, there you go, not three, not four, but 5 CDs that contains data, which I believe contains the game. So let's dive into it. To truly grasp the impact of Baldur's Gate, we need to step back into the gaming scene of the late 1990s. RPGs, both computer and tabletop, have always been about storytelling, character development, and immersive worlds. However, during this era, the game industry was in a state of transition. Developers were attempting to adapt to the shift from text-based adventures to visually rich experiences, but often at the expense of a narrative depth. This was the backdrop against which Baldur's Gate made its debut. Baldur's Gate was a game that demanded both patience and strategic thinking. Built on the advanced Dungeons & Dragons rule set, renowned for its complexity, the developers managed to translate this intricate system into a video game, offering players a taste of true tabletop RPGs on their computers. The game combined traditional RPG elements with real-time combat, complex character customization, and branching narrative choices, setting a new standard for immersive and engaging gameplay experiences. One of the defining features of Baldur's Gate gameplay was its deep and customizable character creation system. Players could choose from a variety of races, classes, and abilities, allowing for a high degree of character customization. Whether creating a noble paladin, a cunning thief, or a powerful wizard, players had the freedom to craft their own unique protagonist to embark on their epic adventure. In addition to character creation, Baldur's Gate featured a robust party system that allowed players to recruit companions to join them on their journey. Each companion had their own distinct personality, backstory, and abilities, and players could develop relationships with them through dialogue and interactions. Managing party composition and relationships added depth to the gameplay and encouraged players to consider the strengths and weaknesses of their party members when facing challenges. Combat in Baldur's Gate was a blend of real-time action and strategic planning. Players could pause the game at any time to issue commands to their party members, allowing for precise control over positioning, tactics, and spellcasting. Whether facing off against hordes of enemies in epic battles, or navigating treacherous dungeons filled with traps and puzzles, combat in Baldur's Gate was challenging, dynamic, and rewarding. Furthermore, Baldur's Gate featured a branching narrative with multiple paths and choices that affected the outcome of the story. Players could engage in complex moral dilemmas, forge alliances with different factions, and make decisions that had far-reaching consequences for the game world and its inhabitants. This freedom of choice not only added replay value to the game, but also encouraged players to immerse themselves in the richly detailed world of the Forgotten Realms and explore its myriad possibilities. At the heart of Baldur's Gate was a tale of grand proportions. The game began in the peaceful library fortress of Candlekeep, where players embarked on a journey filled with political intrigue, epic quests, and a cast of unforgettable characters. The narrative was both rich and complex, drawing players into a world of prophecy, danger, and destiny. One of Baldur's Gate's most notable features was its non-linear storytelling. Players weren't bound by a single, predetermined path. They had the freedom to explore, make choices, and face the consequences of those choices. The game's branching storylines and a multitude of side quests created a sense of agency that was revolutionary for the time. Character development was another area where Baldur's Gate excelled. As your character leveled up, you could choose from various character classics such as thieves, mages or warriors. The game offered a wide range of spells, abilities and tactics for each class, accommodating diverse playstyles and strategies. Dialogue choices allowed players to mold their character's personality and story, determining either they would be virtuous, villainous, or something in between. One of the most notable aspects of Baldur's Gate's graphics was its use of pre-rendered backgrounds. These intricately detailed environments depicted the various locations of the game world, ranging from bustling cities to dark and menacing dungeons. Its location was richly textured and intricately designed, immersing players in the diverse landscapes of the Forgotten Realms. The character sprites and animations in Baldur's Gate were also well crafted, bringing the citizens of the game world to life. While the character models were relatively small compared to contemporary games, they were still remarkably detailed, with distinctive designs that reflected the diverse races and classes found within the game. In terms of visual effects, Baldur's Gate featured impressive spell animations and combat effects. Spells were accompanied by vibrant particle effects, with explosions of light and color adding to the spectacle of magical combat. Weapon swings and combat maneuvers were also accompanied by fluid animations, enhancing the sense of vitality during battles.
You've got something coming.
My blade will cut you down to size.
However, it is important to note that Baldur's Gate's graphics were limited by the technology of its time. The game's resolution was fixed at 640 by 480, and character sprites were relatively low in detail compared to later games. Additionally, the use of pre-rendered backgrounds meant that the game lacked the fully 3D environments that would become commonplace in later RPGs. Despite these limitations, Baldur's Gate's graphics were groundbreaking for that time and played a crucial role in immersing players in the richly detailed world of the Forgotten Realms. The game's visual style remains iconic to this day, and its influence can be seen in countless subsequent RPGs that have sought to capture the magic of its graphical presentation.
Go for the eyes, dude! Go for the eyes! Trask!
A standout feature of Baldur's Gate's sound design was its music, composed by Michael Oning. Hope I'm not butchering his name. The game's score perfectly complemented the epic fantasy setting, evoking a sense of adventure, mystery, and danger. From haunting melodies in spooky dungeons to triumphant fanfares in bustling cities, the music of Baldur's Gate set the tone for the player's journey, enhancing the emotional impact of key moments throughout the game. In addition to its memorable score, Baldur's Gate featured immersive ambient sound effects that brought its environments to life. From the twittering of crickets in tranquil forests to the echoing footsteps in dimly lit dungeons, every location in the game was infused with its own unique soundscape, creating a sense of atmosphere and immersion that drew players deeper into the game world. Voice acting also played a significant role in Baldur's Gate's sound design. The game featured a diverse cast of characters, each brought to life through expertly delivered voiced performances. Whether engaging in dialogue with companions, conversing with NPCs, or listening to the taunts of enemies in combat, the voice acting added depth and personality to the characters, further immersing players in the game's narrative.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms.
Furthermore, Baldur's Gate utilized sound effects to enhance gameplay feedback and immersion during combat and exploration. From the clash of swords to the roar of spells being cast, every action in the game was accompanied by crisp and impactful sound effects that heightened the intensity of battles and encounters.
Hello, child. Shall we continue your lessons?
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
One of the game's greatest strengths was its replayability. Baldur's Gate was an expansive world teeming with quests, side stories, and hidden treasures. What set it apart was the genuine impact of players' choices. Every decision had consequences, influencing the world and shaping your character's journey. Your alignment, the party members you choose, and the alliances you forged all had a significant influence on the story. This deep replayability was further extended by the game's character creation system, with multiple character classes and choices of good, evil, or neutral alignments. You could craft vastly different experiences in each playthrough. Whether you wanted to roleplay as a cunning rogue, a powerful wizard, or a fearless warrior, Baldur's Gate accommodated their preferences. Moreover, the modding community embraced the game, ensuring that its life extended far beyond its original release. Players created a wealth of mods offering enhanced graphics, quality of life improvements, and new content. These user-generated modifications added countless hours of gameplay, keeping the game fresh and exciting.
Let's hurry, child. The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I will explain everything as soon as there is time. Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
The legacy of Baldur's Gate is vast and far-reaching, extending its impact across the gaming industry and beyond. It not only set a new standard for storytelling and character-driven RPGs, but also served as an inspiration for future generations of game developers. Its influence can be seen in several modern RPG titles, such as the Dragon Age series, The Witcher, and Pillars of Eternity. The game's impact even transcended the digital realm. It led to the creation of novels set in the Forgotten Realms universe, tabletop adaptations, and an enhanced edition of the original game, showcasing that the love for Baldur's Gate was not diminished with time. In conclusion, Baldur's Gate stands as a timeless classic that has left an indelible mark on the gaming world. Its deep storytelling, memorable characters, immersive world, and strategic combat set the standard for what an RPG can and should be. The game's impact on the RPG genre and the broader gaming industry is immeasurable, and its enduring legacy is a testament to its enduring quality. If you never had the pleasure of experiencing this classic, there's no better time than now to embark on an unforgettable journey into the world of Faerun. Whether you're a fan of classic RPGs or a newcomer curious about the roots of the genre, Baldur's Gate is a must-play title that remains as captivating today as it was back in 1998.
You've got something coming.
My blade will cut you down the side.
Thank you for joining me on this retrospective thing, celebrating a game that has earned its place in the pantheon of gaming legends. And you know what else might be legendary? The other videos that I have available on the channel. Well, not legendary, but they are videos that I can assure you, so feel free to browse through them. If you enjoy this one, leave it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel because your support is always and very much appreciated. Until my next one, please do take care.
No sooner said than done. A waste of my talents.